Okay, so this is our Ice 5 boots, and the battery has died on them. So they're quite expensive to replace, about £50. So I've just done one, so I thought I'll open it up and have a look, see what's involved regards changing battery. I've got these off Kitronic. These are the replacement batteries for it. I think they're about £4. So yeah, it is a bit messy. What you first need to do, you need to cut this seam open. I just did it kind of this half. You just have to be careful to try and keep it right in the centre and then peel it back. So I can't do that while I'm holding camera, so I'll go ahead. Stanley blade, careful with your fingers, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's open. So I've just managed to peel around the edge of this. And that's what you've got inside. You've got your battery, and then you've got a circuit board behind there. So what you need to do now is peel all this glue out of it. Be very careful because there's a ribbon there, and there's also your wires for your battery, although they will be coming off. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this glue, and start looking at put the replacement battery in. So that's the circuit board, and that's your battery. It is stuck to that, so just slice down back of that with your Stanley blade, and then I'm going to take this this cable, this wire. What I'll do is I'll just get a soldering iron, just take the solder off there, cut the ends off here and replace it. So that's the old battery, and I've just taken off there. They are marked up positive and negative, but just make note of which is red and which is black when you're taking it off. Yeah, you just see that there's a positive sign there. It is a slightly different amp hours, this one that I've got, because you just have to be careful on order and to getting the right sizes, dimensional sizes. But I have done one, and to be fair, it's probably going to last longer because it's a bigger amp hours. But yeah, it does work because I have done one, but I didn't video it, but I just thought I'd share it with you. Obviously save you some cash. So I've just cut the ends off. I have left a little bit more wire than what's on the original one, because these have come and they are slightly thicker, and you can't get them both through that little hole at the back. So I've just simply brought it around the sides. It's not as neat, but you can't see it once you've glued it in place and shut it back up, and it looks all right once it's shut. Right, so I'm gonna do a bit of soldering onto that, and then we'll get it glued in. Just a bit of a tip really, how I've set it up to get into soldering. Just got my pliers that I've been using to hold this flat back so it keeps coming over, and then I've got a bit of a rubber, so I've just got a bit of some resistance when I'm putting a bit of solder down. Okay, so I've just put a bit of solder on it. So one thing you will have to watch out for is as soon as you start so once you make the circuit, it does go into its vibration mode. Pretty much what I do is I can just try and ignore it, get the solder on, and then you can turn it off. Obviously once you so that's what you need to expect when you connect it. I'll turn it off. So yeah, it's just a case of wrapping it up, sticking it back in. So you need to push your circuit board back up into place. Once you've got it in place, just make sure that it's all working still with your button you're going to use. So it's still working. Now I'll just use a glue gun. Stick the battery to the back of there, and then once you've got that back up there, what I did on the last one is just glue these wires down the side and put a couple of strips of glue down the side just to hold it in place, and then just run some hot glue around the seams, shut it up, and we should be good to go. Okay, so I've stuck it in with some hot glue. Now I'm just going to do the seams and shut it up. That's it. Just a bit open there. So I haven't tried these out in field yet, but yeah, you just obviously just keep an eye on it in case they start splitting open again. I mean, you could always stitch them back up to be extra safe, but I'm not very good with knitting needles, sewing needles even.